Hi everyone, welcome to another Escapement Show. Good to see you all in chat, and yeah, well, chat's just building up, so we've just gone live. So yeah, good to see you. It's been a while. It's been a fortnight since the last show, so good to see you. We have Abdul, fresh from the Prague Watch Show, who you can tell us a bit about. We've got JCB from down under, our usual suspect. And we got Lucha Betting Mark. Good to see you, Lucha. Good to see you. He's here for a little unboxing before he goes to work. So we'll do a wristwatch check, but Mark, you're going to come last. So.
Wristwatch check.
Wristwatch check. So. JCB, what are you wearing on the wrist? Any underrated watches?
No, not underrated. I've gone the opposite direction today.
You're going high pipe, baby.
High pipe, baby. Yeah, man. Just had to. I was wearing the Rolly today, so I was going to grab something more underrated, but I thought, nah, you guys are going to have the underrated pieces, so I'll grab the hype. I'll grab the hype watch for today's show.
Beautiful.
So yeah, just
nice.
wearing the back.
Nice.
Yeah, killer.
Nice. Abdul, what you got on wrist?
I got one of my purchases, or actually my purchase from the Prague Watch Festival. It's a watch brand called Deutsche Uhrenmanufaktur Glashütte, short DUG. They're a family-owned micro brand from Glashütte. And as you can see, you have here in the back a pretty well-decorated maybe like this. Yeah, the new filter is just horrible for that.
Yeah,
it's a Selita 400 automatic movement, basically nice. 1,150 euros, and the quality is like a Nomos. Wears excellent, like half the price of the Nomos or 1/5 the price of a Glashütte Original. So I thought it's
really wow,
a good underrated brand to wear.
Great. Cool. So I'm wearing an underrated Tudor of past.
Oh,
P01.
Nice.
01. Yeah, very underrated.
Yeah, it was underrated. Went under the radar and it's now discontinued. So
it's even more better because it's signed by the man himself, AC3 on the strap there.
Yeah, you should keep that strap in a closed in a closed container.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's funny, man.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a great watch. I love it. It's really unique, and it's got that military heritage as well, with being a sort of US Navy prototype.
It's cool. You just never see that watch, like when you're out,
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
So, Mark, you're here and you've got a couple of unboxings for us. So, show us what you're wearing on wrist first. Show us what you're wearing on wrist first.
I'm wearing the all-new Omega
unboxing.
Boom.
The new Omega Planet Ocean in black.
Nice.
So cool.
It kind of gives me little baby Ploprof vibes, and I love the ultra deep clasp, and I love the fact that they took some of the technology and what they learned from the ultra deep and were able to put it into a smaller Planet Ocean model. And I normally like bigger watches, but I approve of the 42.
Yep.
But it's just cool.
Yep.
It has a ton of light play. And I thought I would buy the blue bezel one, but the black bezel one really caught my heart. And it was more the dial. The blue bezel, the Arabics they look almost chalky white, although they're not loomed. Whereas these were the polished rhodium, and it just, I don't know, it's just a lot of light play, a lot better light play out of this one.
It's nice, isn't it? It's a different watch now with the without the crown helium escape valve, isn't it?
Exactly.
And the thickness as well. I remember a couple of weeks ago, Mark, you weren't here, but we did a show. We were talking about watches that we would change, and I focused on the Planet Ocean, and I was saying, come on, give us a thinner watch. I think they brought it down. Like the numbers I said they need to bring it down by about 2 mil or something, and I think that's what they did. So now it's like 13.5, so it's just perfect.
13, by 13.7, I think is exactly.
Something like that. Yeah, that's great.
And it's two of the ways they did it. They took away the dome on the crystal, so it's much more flatter across, and they did a titanium closed case back.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, nice.
But yeah,
it's like what you were saying before. Like they got the technology from the Ultra Deep, and they were able to just get that 600 meters in a thinner watch, which is what we all wanted. So man, cool.
I'm just I really like it. I'm just was thoroughly impressed. They called me and said they had a few in. I went and looked at them, and I bought it on the bracelet. They had them on the rubber strap too, and the rubber strap's nice on this. But the bracelet.
That bracelet looks sick, man. It's so good. It looks so good.
It shines so good. It catches the light. It just I don't know. I think your watch is supposed to make you happy, and I look down at my wrist and I'm happy.
That's it, man. That's what it's all about. That is exactly what it's all about. Just looking down and making you smile.
Exactly.
Great to hear, man. No, it's really cool.
So that's one unboxing, Mark. We'll just say hello to the few of the chat before we go unboxing two. So we got as usual, we've got one new series first. Hi guys.
Hey guys.
Hi guys. We got Turtle Knight second. Good to see you, Turtle Knight. We got Russell 996. Morning, watch fans. Good to see you, Russell. We got Pickle. How you doing, Pickle? Good to see you. When you see it saying, "Oh, come on, mouse." Archie. I think after seeing my watch. We got Muhammad Ali. Good to see you.
See Muhammad Ali.
Saying he's afraid he's not wearing an underrated watch. He's just got a land dweller. He's just got a land dweller.
He changes his avatar to that land dweller.
Yeah. Russell says he's gone underrated with his Freak One. Nice choice, Russell.
Yeah.
And as Mo saying, he's Landwell's Day 2 weeks on the wrist. So, Mark, give us our unboxing.
So, I picked up a watch from 1916 company, and it's a watch that when it first came out, I was like, oh wow, it's really nice. And I sort of made a half-hearted attempt to get one, but they made a very few of them, and then I just kind of moved on and kind of forgot about it until it popped up, in my feed the other day of new watches that they had. So I made a little negotiation with them, and I picked it up, and it was a watch that I thought Thomas would love. I know Thomas loves it because he has a version of it, and that the manufacturer is one of his favorites. And I thought, let's stop up here before work on a early Saturday at 6:40 here on a Saturday morning, and unbox it for Thomas and the crew.
Cool. Did you reach out to Tim Musso at the 1916 company?
Tim Musso. I actually a year and a half ago, I've bought a few watches from them, and they offered me. The one girl reached out and said, "You're not that far away in Pittsburgh because they're in Philadelphia," and she's like, if you ever want to come by and have a tour. So I was heading out there. So I met, do you guys know Mr. G or the original?
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. G,
yes.
the original OC, a few other guys. When we went, they gave us a tour of the facility and brought us a bunch of watches to play with and stuff in the lounge, and it was kind of cool. You know,
Nice.
pretty good time. So I bought a few there, and this one kind of comes in kind of a strange box.
Yeah, it's interesting. The box.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
shows how it opens if you can, the box.
Yeah. Well, it's just got this little leather tab here. You gotta pull that. Oh, geez. And then you drop it.
Oh, sorry.
It's shockproof.
Yeah. So, but what the watch, and then underneath the watch, you get a map.
Oh,
Okay.
You get your little 1916 tag. You get a warranty card. And then you get kind of an interesting little piece of paper, which basically explains the foreign words on the back, which it's kind of a home is where the heart is kind of a saying, if you will. But it's a Grona.
Nice.
oh.
I've heard people pronounce it groan, but I saw a video with the brothers where they said Grona.
Grona.
When they
Yeah.
described it. I'm going with them since it's their brand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What it is
So the map is of Ozansal, which is the town where they make it.
Right.
Where they make the watch. Yeah.
Where they're
Put your full screen, Tom.
Yeah, sure.
So what it is, it's the Grona one, the Manuel.
Oh, nice. Salmon dial. Oh, yeah, baby.
Beautiful.
Salmon dial, the diamond cut indices, the case is kind of like the 1941 Principia case. And it's not, I mean, obviously not finished to the degree that Gronefeld is, but it's got, they did adjust the, what do you think of the way it winds, Thomas?
It's not the smoothest of wind, is it? It's not the smoothest.
They adjusted, it's a Solita, I believe an SW210. But they adjusted the winding mechanism on it to work more the way that they would want it to work. So it is it is a little odd the way it winds, but it winds, and it's just a kind of a cool.
I like the blued hands and the stamped tremblage on the dial is nice. Yeah, the stamped tremblage is nice. I know you have the full salmon, right, Thomas? Yeah. And that's nice. Is that the Bart? The Bart's one. Yeah. Okay. So they did three versions. They did Bart's one and Tim's one. Right. Which are Bart and Tim, the Grunfeld brothers. But then this one, I think, is Steph's one. For their dad. Yeah. So this one they made 388 of. And then I think the two brothers, they made 150 each. Is that correct? Yeah. So there's not many of them. So it's kind of cool in that respect. It does have the Grona stamp on the clasp. You'd be pleased to know, I've been doing some research, Mark, about getting a new strap for mine. And new straps are $200 for a new strap. That's not bad. Wow. Quite expensive, I thought.
I was actually going to ask, what's the strap made out of? Is it like a leathery type of thing?
Nubuck leather, isn't it? Yeah. It's like a suede sort of material. I'm going to throw it on the wrist here real quick because it looks a little different. Because you guys know I like the bigger watches. A little dress watch on my wrist is kind of weird.
And it's pretty chunky for a three-handed dress watch too. Like the case is quite thick, which suits you, Lucha. Yeah. But I kind of like it. It's kind of cool. It's weird. Like it
I had it shipped to the dealership. It showed up yesterday, and I was wearing it all day, and
looks nice.
Yeah, it looks cool.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of a cool dress watch. I'm not a big dress watch guy. I like to have one, but I like to have something that's like a little bit of different, a little bit of a conversation piece, maybe, and that catches the way that these, and Thomas, I'm sure you've seen it on yours because you have the same diamond cut markers. In the sunlight, the way that those rhodium markers catch the light is
the blued hands,
blued hands. I mean, it's actually pretty for a couple $1,000 watch. It's actually really beautiful.
It is nice. It is nice, isn't it? Really nice. Yeah, I like mine. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, good pickup. Congratulations, Luke.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats, man. Real cool.
Nice.
Something different.
I don't know your collection very well, Lucha, but from what I've seen, it's pretty sports watch heavy. So it's just like, have you had many dress watches in your collection?
I've had I had a Maurice Lacroix Day-Date Pontus that I had for 21 years as my backup watch, kind of dress watch backup watch. I had a Omega CK859.
Oh yeah, that's a cool watch.
I'm trying to think I know I've had other ones. I just can't remember exactly what they were. But
is this the only dress watch that you've got in your collection?
The only dress watch in the collection now. Yeah.
Cool.
Just like to have one.
Yeah, for sure. No, it looks good, man. Congrats. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
I'm not a three-hander sort of guy myself, but that one, looks real cool.
It's different. Well, they're coming out with a bicompax.
They brought it out, the bicompax chronograph. It's not selling well. I can't remember, but it didn't sell out on the first day, and I've had a couple of emails from reminding me you can still buy this. You can still buy this. The colors are a bit funny. It's like a white dial with blue ring on the outside, and it's a pulsation chronometer, bicompax chronometer, but
it's got a little hard
chronograph. Sorry. But just say hi to Chili Badger. Good to see you, Burger. Morning, watch people. Yeah, it's. I don't know whether they're gonna do many more. Hopefully they do. They will, because they say that they started the company to make watches accessible to younger people.
Yeah,
at a cheaper level. So hopefully they bring out more watches. So Abdul, you spent last week. Was it last week?
The week before, it was 29th and 30th of November, so 2 weeks now. It was a really, really cool event, I have to say. A lot of brands, a lot of micro brands.
In Prague, this was, wasn't it? The Prague Micro Brand Watch Show. Yeah,
exactly.
I'll just drop a link to your video on, so if anybody's interested in getting that, in watching that, check it out. But tell us, give a brief update on that. What was it like?
I was actually going to pick up a watch from Hanhart there, but Simon, the CEO of Hanhart, forgot it back in Germany. And then when I arrived, I told him, "Hey, where is the watch?" And he was like, "Oh no, I forgot it. No." I was like, "Okay, now I have to buy a watch." That's why I got this DUG from there. What I noticed, there was a lot of micro brands that just like the prices are like, what? Like there was one brand that was selling Grand Faux enamel dial watches with just a normal Celita for like 4,000 euros.
Like, really?
Why? As like it's an art and this, but other brands like, for instance, this DUG. They were like, we have these watches. They're like 1,100 to 1,000 euros. and I just went to their booth like several times, each time trying the watch, and I'm like, this looks nice. I don't have a brown dial. The movement is quite well done, and they were talking about like it's a family-owned business. And then I was like, okay, I'm getting it. Met a really cool guys there. Watch Papi. He makes like content on Instagram. Yeah. He had like several watches there. Really cool guy as well. But yeah, it was really, really fun. I have to say, next year I'm going as well. They really have this. Every time you go to a brand, you talk to them. You just get like this vibe that everybody is like very friendly.
Yeah.
Definitely, I recommend it if anybody's in Europe in that time. I think next year they will do it also end of November. Yeah, really, really cool. And Prague is a nice city, you know, like it's not expensive. Also very cool city to just explore and go eat outside. And I made a lot of shorts. I forgot to make pictures. That was like my
no, it doesn't matter. Do a lot of content for your channel. That's great.
Yeah, the first day I did this video that like collectively made like 40 minutes, and then the next day I went around and make shorts. So I have like shorts till the end of January filled on the channel. But yeah, a really, really cool event, I have to say. I definitely enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I love the dial on that watch. You don't see that color very often, and the fact that it has that Fume effect. Yeah,
it's beautiful.
And the movement is so well done. Like they really.
I mean, it looks way above a Solita. Like it really.
Because they have Glashütte on the dial. And there is like special rules if you want to have Glashütte on the dial, that every part has to be finished in Glashütte.
Really?
60% of the cost has to be in Germany, and incurred in Glashütte. So that it's even more like stringent than Swiss made.
And what's the name of the brand again?
DUG, Deutsche Uhrenmanufaktur Glashütte. It's a long German name. It's really a typical German name. It's like German watch made in Glashütte.
I have to check
We've also got Russell getting a new pickup. He eventually collected his Snoopy this week. Ordered on day of release. Very nice, Russell.
Day of release, Snoopy. That was like fucking 5 years ago.
5 years ago, right?
Yeah. That's why the face palm, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe he even forgot about it, and he's like, "Oh, whoa, the watch came."
Well, you got it eventually. Awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats, Ross.
Congrats.
And Ben 10. Good morning, Ben 10. We've done a wristwatch check earlier on. You have to do a quick rewind. Mark's got a new pickup, and do a quick wristwatch check. There we go. He's wearing his Patek Philippe Calatrava circa 1980s. Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice. So, underrated watches. I mean, brands are supposedly losing business at quite a fast rate, and apparently reports say that luxury watch market declined in sales by 15% over the last year. As Abdul pointed out, prices are skyrocketing, and all fields, in luxury watches, in lower tier watches, and people, some say the younger generation and Gen Z and older people would rather spend their money on holidays and experiences rather than objects and things like that, you know. So now it seems that people buying luxury watches these days seem to rather start around 25k than the 5k bracket, because they say that, you know, buying gold watches or more luxury watches hold their value more. More super luxury watches hold their value more, from what I've heard. the Apple Watch is now selling the whole Swiss watch industry combined. And customers want multifunctionality, health tracking, messages, and it's you know, the luxury watch world isn't dying, it's sort of transforming. There's a right of independence and stuff like that. And but I just wanted to, you know, all sorts of other points, you know, but I just wanted to say, you know, what do we think will be there's hype watches that people get into, you know, and follow the hype trend. But what about the underappreciated watches, the watches like that? What sort of future what does the future hold for those? Should brands maybe streamline their collections, or should them ditch a few watches, or should they does a broader catalogue help brands, you know?
That should be the main feature. Like what I noticed is, if you have a movement like this, even if it's Sellita 400, right? But give me a nice, well-decorated movement, not the typical Sellita 200 or not the ETA 9894 or whatever. Give me something like this, sell it for a good price under 2K, and I think that would work. But what I noticed is like people selling watches for 4,000 with just a normal Sellita, non-decorated, because they want to say, oh, my watch is like an artist watch. Yeah, but the field is such a big field now under 5K that the competition is so high that you cannot only go on this, it's the craftsmanship or it's this or that. Because there was one Chinese guy for a brand called Elgin that had Grand Faux enamel dial made onto a guilloche dial with a Sellita hand wind movement for 1,800 euros.
Right.
Which is, wow. The dial we made at Comblamine was like, for 100 watches for Lurique, the dial alone cost like 1,100. And it's only guilloche without the Grand Faux enamel on it.
Right.
So
I don't want to give away anything you're going to talk about too much, but when you get into that $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 range, now you're looking at watches that I've picked up a year or two old on the secondary, like when I had the JLC, the Polaris.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You pick that up for around $5,000. Now, would you rather have that watch at $5,000 or one of these indie brands?
Yeah,
$5,000, or like some of the IWC, like the Aqua Timer and stuff like that I picked up that you could get at really good prices on the secondary. You know, I don't recommend a lot of those watches new because they're so expensive. But you can find deals on those watches, and then. Well, like to what Abdul was saying, when you're looking at some of these watches that are like $4,000 and $5,000, what would you rather? You know what I mean? Well, in my mind, I'd rather have the JLC.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll get into some watches. We'll have a look at some, and we'll see. You know, I mean, the hype watch, the Nautilus from Patek.
That's a really underrated watch.
That's the hype watch. You're paying 68 grand, and it's going to go for double that. You know, that's the white gold one now, the 6811. The undervalued one, the Ellipse.
Yeah.
But I mean, Patek has seen their new customers fall by 17% over the last 3 years. That's their new customers, not their old customers.
Yeah.
You look at the Royal Oak. Over 90% of AP sales come from the Royal Oak or its variants, and many buyers are investor buyers apparently, or speculators, and often not. People say not real enthusiasts. If the integrated fashion bracelet fashion wasn't around, and the Royal Oak wasn't such a big player in it, things would turn for the company, and maybe. And they tried to diversify with the Code 1159, but which is an underrated watch. But how's that work, do you think? I mean, they came out with the Star Wheel, and then they won. They've done perpetual calendars and chronographs like this. So, what do you think to this chronograph, JCB?
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. It looks good from the front on. Yeah, I think, look, with the Code 1159, it was just always, from the very first designs that they came out with, just looked terrible.
Yeah.
They just were fucking shit. Over time, they've tweaked them, and they've gradually got them to a point where I think now they're actually a serious sort of watch that enthusiasts would look at. But still, it's always going to be in the shadow of the Royal Oak, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, look,
I mean, they did have this.
I was just going to say, I'll finish off. Like, the thing that I just sort of admire about it was they were actually trying to do something different, like something break out of the Royal Oak mold. Let's just try and do something. The Code 1159 actually had a lot of nods back to the heritage of AP and their previous model line. So, a lot of people who criticized the design actually didn't understand that it actually had a lot of design cues from the past. It still didn't look good, though. That was the problem. It wasn't executed well. But I think we're getting to a point now where Code 1159 is something that you could probably have a look at and have as an alternative to the Royal Oak, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Star Wheel myself. I mean, I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, that's a cool piece. Yeah, I
think it's really cool. And this RD4 Universal was a GPHD winner. Had multiple complications.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I don't know whether it's the Royal Oak tends to be massive in America. I don't know. I haven't noticed it so much in the UK, but it's massive in America. There's the big flex piece, you know.
Yep. All the basketballers wear the like offshores and stuff, and it's a big. AP is a massive brand
I was going to say a few decades ago, watch marketing was different. There wasn't social media. Patek were for wealthy people. Rolex were for successful people, and other brands just had movie stars and race car drivers endorse their watches. But things haven't changed that much. But AP discovered rappers and basketball players to add to their equation.
Yeah,
and social media and YouTubers are influential on the hobby as well. That's why brands are opening up their manufacturing plants to YouTubers to go on tours, and that's modern marketing. It's. But we're going to Vacheron. I mean, there's the movement of that RD4, and they've recently brought out the RD5 Royal Oak, haven't they? That new chronograph.
Yeah, fuck, that's a cool piece, man. Oh my god. Because they redesigned the chronograph basically in that watch. It's a chronograph tourbillon.
Right.
It's
with soft pushers. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Vacheron. I mean, Vacheron, basically the oldest continuous watch brand out there. Apparently their average first-time buyer age is over 50.
Yeah.
And younger consumers like stories, but Vacheron's marketing focuses on technical history, which can make them very niche. And but the overseas is probably one of their hype watches, along with they're well known for their complications. I wouldn't say it's as much a hype watch, but that's what they're well known for. The complications in this traditional that they brought out this year for the anniversary. Also, the 222 is one of their hyperwatches, especially in gold. But loses value. It still loses value. And I don't know how well the 222 in steel wasn't received amazingly well, was it?
It's £30,000 for
Yeah.
a steel
watch.
It's just a sort of two-hander. Yeah, I get it's a Vacheron and it's probably made really, really well, but the price of these things is just out of control, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeesh. What happened with the red one they came out with this year at Watches and Wonders? It was like a perpetual. I can't even remember what it was. It was like a thinner overseas with a lot of complications, and it came in that kind of burgundy color. They released it, and then you just never heard anything more about it.
Yeah.
Russell's coming.
Like, yeah, I was
You
just
should tell me to fuck off when I would buy a code before Royal Oak.
Oh.
Man, that's just fucked, man. Honestly, like that's just so like just it pisses me off to hear that sort of thing, you know. It's like it just pisses me off. That's just how it is. I get it. The Royal Oak, it's just so popular, but telling you to fuck off because you wouldn't buy a code, like really? Anyway.
Yeah, Mason's saying, good to see you, Mason. He's saying, yeah, forget the 222, get a VC in steel in blue on a secondary.
Yeah,
agree. Totally agree. Yeah.
He's saying the overseas in blue. Yeah. But we got to Vacheron's underrated pieces, and then this isn't an underrated. This is another of their hype pieces, which is favorite pieces. I wouldn't say hype, but I'd say one of their top sellers. The 921, which is beautiful. I'd love one of these.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah. But the underrated ones are the patrimony. 31,000. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's overshadowed by the Calatrava. It's overshadowed by,
I don't know. I mean, if I was in that kind of price range, looking at that type of watch, I think I prefer the Calatrava.
Exactly, you prefer the Calatrava.
Yeah.
And then the Traditional, that's overshadowed by the Calatrava, I think, as well.
There's nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with it. No, it's a lovely one.
The price is the only wrong thing here.
Exactly.
And then the cheaper one for 12,000 quid is the 56, and I think that's underrated.
Yeah.
A lot of people say the movement isn't as good in the 56. But
yeah, a mate of mine just got one of these recently. Yeah, it's a pretty nice watch actually.
Yeah.
It's well made. It's pretty cool, and that price is a lot more reasonable than what the other, compared to say the 222, which is 30K for a steel. When you're getting into sort of 30K for the gold and precious metal and stuff, you can kind of justify it, but it's still really expensive. Here, this is just a lot more palatable at this kind of price.
Yeah.
On the secondary, they're a lot cheaper as well, by the way.
Yeah.
So we moved to Rolex, and apparently the first-time Rolex purchases among buyers aged 35 and under have fallen by 22% in the past 5 years. So that's people buying a first Rolex who are under 35, fallen by 22% in the past 5 years, which is quite a lot. That's taking into consideration COVID and
Yeah.
Everything. But this is a hype piece. Everyone wants a Daytona, don't they? Or supposedly so. I don't. I don't want Daytona, but this is the watch. People who are into watches get told to buy. You either want a Daytona or you want a Pepsi.
Yep.
You either want Daytona or GMT or Pepsi.
That's it. Yeah. They're just so popular. Like, they're just so in demand, Pepsi's and Daytonas.
The YouTubers at Spruik Rolex nonstop. It's constantly Pepsi, 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 Daytona, Daytona, Daytona. And it gets boring. But, I mean, what do you think ones like the Air King, which I feel are underrated? I mean, I've got a Milgauss, which was an underrated watch, I think.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean,
I like the Air King now that they, especially when they put the like the 0 before the 5. The previous one just had the 5, and it just messed up the dial really a bit. Now that they put the 0 there, I know it's a small thing, but it just adds the symmetry. It's actually a cool piece. This one, I don't mind this one at all.
Yeah, I mean there are fans of it. I mean, Air King Ben, who made Dubai, he's named his named his YouTube name after it. But he's such a fan, Also, the 1908. I mean,
in person, that watch is really beautiful.
Yeah.
When you get hands on with it, it's actually really, really nice. I don't think the pictures and the renders do it justice at all.
Yeah, I mean, you can get black dial, you can get the white dial, or you can pay more for the platinum with the ice blue dial, that is really going after Patek Calatrava.
Yeah.
I mean, Rolex are upping their prices. They've upped the prices. They're going for that Patek market now, I think, or trying to, with the Land Dweller going for, a Pepsi going for £9,650. The Land Dweller is going for £12,000. So most people would go for a Pepsi over a Land Dweller. But the Land Dweller is priced at a quarter, a third as much than this. Third more than this.
I think more than the watch itself, the Land Dweller is more about the guts and some of the changes they made.
I guess.
It's got the technology has moved on a lot.
Exactly. I think that's the platform that they're going to move that technology off of. That's actually what interests me the most about that watch.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Rolex are trying to elevate themselves to a higher price bracket, a higher
bracket. I think they're literally trying to compete with Patek and AP and stuff with some of these really, like the 1908 and the Land Dweller. I think they're trying to keep their customer base in house as much as they can.
Yeah, I think you're right, Mark. Yeah. So I go to the little brother Tudor. Now this seems to be the darling watch of Tudor, the Black Bay 58. Comes in several iterations. Comes in the monochrome one, which was released this year, was it, or last year?
Last year.
Last year, with the 5-part link bracelet. They don't like to call it YouTube link.
This is a cool watch, man.
Yeah, it is nice. Yeah, it's nice.
A mate of mine had one. I got some hands-on time with this a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
Really, really nice watch. And they've slimmed down the case a lot, which was always a bit of a bugbear with the
I had the red bezel one from 3 years ago. and it was a really nice watch. The bracelets, it's actually pretty nice, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you're right, JCB. I mean, we talked about that on a previous show, didn't we? Timely was one of his gripes, the 41, the thickness of the 41 mil, and the
Yeah,
58,
totally,
the Black Bay 58 slimmed it down a lot.
Yeah, it
the
did. Yeah.
thickness.
Yeah, but on this 41, I think the number is like it's not a huge number of difference. Like it's like half a mil or a mil maybe, but on the wrist it wears really
It
well.
was
Yeah,
really different.
yeah,
Yeah.
they really fixed it up. It's really nice now.
And then this Black Bay 58 GMT, the Coke, you know, Rolex people were hoping for Rolex to bring out the Coke, but it came out in a Tudor version.
Yeah, with this color scheme, with the gilt color scheme as well.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
So these seem to be the popular Tudors. And then you said that the Pelagos FXD was a bit of a underrated watch.
Yeah, firstly, like you don't really hear much about it. Like there's only a few vocal people who have them who sort of talk about it, but a lot of people hate on it because it's got the fixed lug, and like they can't swap out the strap and blah blah blah. But like if you just go into it knowing that it is what it is and it's just a strap watch, and you're just going to be wearing it on a strap and you embrace it, then I think it's a really cool watch. Look at the bezel, fully graduated. It's a really thin watch. Fraser always talks about like how good it is to wear because I think it's under 12 mil. It's actually like 11. It's like 11 point something. I think is the thickness of the watch. And just look at that design. It's fucking killer, man. It's just such a really cool watch. I just think that this one should be in the same discussion as like the Black Bay, like you just don't hear much about it. I just think it's a cool piece.
For me, the Pelagos is my favorite Tudor. I think the Pelagos in general.
Gentlemen, I have to go get ready for work.
Oh, Mark, thanks for joining us. Thanks for the unboxing.
Thanks for having me. It was good to see you guys. Always good to see you guys.
Great to see you.
Have a great rest of the show.
No worries, buddy.
Thanks. Take care.
Take care, buddy.
Have a good day at work.
Yeah, especially the blue, like the Marine Nationale colors. The blue one. I just think it's just a great watch, man. The chronographs they've done on the FXD line, they're good, but just this basic three-hander Pelagos FXD, I think it's a killer piece, man.
Russell says he loves his FXD, summers with the TNT effect. TNT FXD, Russell. TNT FXD. So, I mean, I find that the Royale is a bit of a underdog as well. I mean, I guess it's popular in Asia for some. I know Y2K's got a Tudor Royale. They do a day date, which can be a cheap day date affordable one. 2,300 quid can be a cheap day date alternative. And also the new 1926 that came out. This one isn't the best example. It's not that nice, but they came out with the lunar ones. Now, this is for their anniversary. Tudor's 100th anniversary is going to be next year. So they brought this out a bit early, I think.
Abdul, don't you think they've just copied Nomos, like the design?
They have. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, what do you think of that, Abdul?
Absolutely, yeah. The numerals, how the dial is centered. It looks. If you took out the Tudor and you told me which brand makes this, I would be like, that's a Nomos.
Fucking Nomos, man, all day. Yeah.
I know.
Absolutely,
I agree.
I think they're trying to go in this way for their like a little bit Bauhaus, like a little bit toned down dress watch that could be worn as a daily. I like the watch, but I would have thought this is a more an almost than a Tudor.
Good to see you, Watch Bronco. Watching in Egypt, rocking an Explorer.
Nice.
And Orange Hand, good to see you. Would have been called a cool triple calendar moon phase. Would have been a cool triple calendar moon phase, he says, since 1926.
Agree.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, so, I mean, IWC is a solid heritage with their pilot's watches. Apparently their market share keeps shrinking, though. This may be due to inconsistent marketing, shifting brand direction, and difficulty in forming passionate loyalty with buyers. But they're well known for their pilot's watches. These are the sort of hype watches of... No, I wouldn't call them hype watches, but the popular watches of IWC. The Pilot 41 comes in several dark colors. Some comes in blue, comes in green, comes in black. And, there's several ones that they do. The Pilot 41, they do this gorgeous Patronus one, which I'm a huge fan of. Fan of this. They do the Mojave Desert, which is a bit more expensive, and then they do the beautiful larger size 44mm Lake Tahoe. I absolutely love this one. I know someone who's got one, and ceramic, this one, white ceramic, beautiful watch.
It's pretty sick.
And then they're also known for the Portugueses. Well known for the Portugueses, IWC, which are this is their sort of stable lineup of watches for IWC. The Pilot 41, the Portugueses, which come in. I mean, they did the Eternal Calendar, which was GPHD winning. This is a perpetual one. Then they're trying to push a new Ingenieur, which is not for me. I don't know what you think.
I like I like this guy, the Perpetual Calendar in blue.
Yeah, the Perpetual's nice. Is it worth 32,000 quid?
Fuck no.
I like the older Ingenieur watches because they really offer good value for money. If you like the 2 or 3 models before that, can get it for like really a couple of cents on the dollar. Really a big discount for EVC watches, older ones.
Hi, Underachieving. Good to see you.
Underachieving. What up, buddy?
And Mason one doesn't like the Flieger. He says for generally unhyped Flieger watches, look at Larco. Larco, Stover,
Panhard,
loads of different brands. But IWC are an original Flieger brand. One of the original 5 made for the Luftwaffe. There's Vempe, Larco, IWC. There's 5 brands.
Stover and Panhard, I think.
Yeah.
Stover and Panhard, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, IWC, you're paying for the brand, right? Like as well.
Yeah. You're paying for the
brand name. We all know it. It's a luxury brand.
Yeah.
You know, if you want that expensive looking and hyped up Flieger, you go for the IWC.
Another thing I like about IWC is they mess with materials. Hi Ben.
Hi guys.
Hey, my friend.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi, buddy.
Great, thanks. Christmassy.
Man. Yeah.
What's your? Oh, I like the tree. Nice.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
What's your opinion on IWC, Ben? IWC the
Oh,
main line
Hey, give us
of
the wristwatch
watches.
check first. Give us the wristwatch check
Oh
first.
yeah, wristwatch check.
Oh yeah. I suppose in theme with the show and in underappreciated watches, the Omega Speedmaster, the date, the automatic date, the Value 7750 watches.
Right, lovely. So it's
Um,
not a moon watch, but
No,
it's a
definitely not a
general
moon watch.
Speedmaster. Lovely.
Yeah, they're smaller. They're 39 mil, and
Great
obviously
looking watch.
using an off-the-shelf movement, they offer them for a lot cheaper. And if you go back 20 years or so and buy them used, you get them cheaper again. I just think they're really great watches, really well finished, and have all the
Nice.
kind of characteristics of a moon watch, but not the price.
Nice.
I love IWC. I think they're one of the classics. Obviously, they're one of the classics, and it's one of the oldest watch companies out there. And some of the vintage stuff that they do, the gold pieces rival what came from Omega in the 50s and 60s. Really brilliant stuff. Actually, one might be on my radar. I don't know. I have a few watches on my radar at the moment, but I love them. I keep annoying everybody.
That's funny.
I want to buy something special.
Yeah.
I like the ceramic one you got here, Tom. That's
yeah,
a cool
it's
one.
nice. I tried that on at Watches and Wonders this year, and it's really nice. But as I was saying, I like the fact that they mess with materials.
Yeah.
IWC doing ceramic
Yeah.
watches, and they're one of the brands that do mess with materials. You know, different materials, ceramics, carbons. But they're underrated watches. The Portofino. What do you think to this compared to the Portuguese?
I actually like the Portofino Chrono is one that I liked a lot. I'm not sure if you got that one on there.
There's the Portofino Complete Calendar, and then there's Portofino Chrono.
Yeah, look, that Portofino line, people hate on it. No one likes it for some reason.
5,700 is
Yeah,
this is
I don't mind it. I think it's a
one
good
of the cheaper
alternative.
ones.
Yep, definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. I think this line is underrated. Yeah, I agree with that one, Tom, for sure. I don't know. People just don't give this one much love for some reason.
And then one of the other dogs of the underrated ones of IWC, Lucio Patek Mark bought one. He bought the IWC Aqua Timer, which is quite polarizing with its two sort of looks like it's got two crowns, but one is used for the bezel to rotate the bezel.
That actually looks really cool because you got the balance, you know, like the symmetry, the two crowns. I reckon that looks awesome. Yeah, that's real cool.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it at all. Everything is nice and svelte and sleek. There's a chrono version.
Chrono version.
Yeah.
And then this one for 45 mil, one for $9,000, the Galapagos Islands version.
But you're like, it all depends on trends as well, doesn't it? I mean,
they
don't trend. Now it's all about the Ingenieur and the Portofino, not the Portuguese or all that. But your next year, this could take off.
Yeah, that's very true, Ben. Very, very true. Yeah. I mean, move to Cartier. So their popular one is the Tank and the Santos, but most of all the Santos at the moment.
Beautiful.
Comes in loads of dials, green, blue, the classic two-tone, absolutely beautiful.
They are beautiful.
Cool, isn't it? Yeah.
A dual time, a skeleton ice, one for JCB. This is a lot of money there, 30 grand. Must be white gold. Must be white gold, yeah. Not for me. And then the Dumont, the Santos Dumont, which is a classic one, the original one. But the Santos is the Pickle, you always come out with these questions, random questions.
Just random.
What are your Grail watches?
Ooh.
I'll have a think about it while I'm doing this. So yeah, they're the
Like
Cartiers, the Cartier Santos,
Cartiers, yeah.
popular ones. So the unpopular ones, the
Can I
Ballon
just-
Bleu.
Do you mind if I just ask, what do you guys prefer, the Santos Dumont or the Santos?
I prefer the Santos Dumont. Looks absolutely lovely. Depends whether you want strap or bracelet. I know that the normal Santos has a easy link, easy change, strap and bracelet, quick release strap and bracelet option, so you can change it to a strap. But the Dumont is a strap only watch.
Strap only,
Yeah.
So the Santos,
It's got a slightly different bezel on it. It's more rounded, whereas the normal Santos is much more squared. And the normal Santos is the bezel is meant to be a scratch magnet. But I would go normal Santos two-tone medium.
yeah, fair. It's just a more versatile watch, the Santos, really, on the bracelet.
Yeah, like if you're getting a watch that you will wear every day, take it on vacation, you want the rubber, you want the leather, you want the bracelet, then this one. But if you want the dress watch, then the Santos Dumont, without a doubt, because that's the dress watch. That's the one that you wear on a suit, you wear it when you're going out to the nice restaurant with a nice leather strap. So for me, it's like, okay, if I want a dress watch, I'm going to go with this one. But if I want to watch that, like I can take it on vacation and only one watch that does everything, then I will go with the normal Santos. Maybe I'll get even the titanium one. So it's a little bit like
sportier again.
Yeah, exactly. Not so reflective also, because the normal steel Santos is very, very shiny, and I don't like shiny watches.
So going back to the underrated ones, so the Ballon Bleu, which I don't like, to be honest with you. I don't like that crown, hidden crown.
When I see these ones like in real life, or not that I've seen them in real, when I see like actual live pictures of the watch, it actually looks pretty cool. This one, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but there's just something
I feel they're very feminine. I don't know why, but I feel
very feminine. I agree, Abdul. Very feminine watch. Yeah. This one, the Ronde, which is also that's going for the masculine sort of look, I think. And then the Pacha, which is, this one's a lot of money. This one's about 50 grand. This gold one, but I don't know what to make of them.
A bit too busy though.
Yeah.
What about the Roadster, Tom? I always
the
like
Roadster.
Not in the catalogue. It's not in the catalogue at the moment.
They don't make the Roadster.
No, they don't make it.
Discontinued. Actually, it's a real bargain watch, the Roadster, and it's very cool.
Yeah, I always like the Roadster.
Me too.
So on to, you like this, Ben? Chelsea's a fan favourite with watch collectors in the know, but less recognised by mainstream buyers. Their customer base has shrunk by 23% in the past decade. And despite making movements for other brands, they don't make many icons with mass appeal, but this is definitely one of them. So this is basically their main watch. Comes in a lot of different iterations. Dual face, triple calendar, chronograph for JCB.
Love that watch. Love
Um,
It's very busy.
the latest gold one, which is
lovely.
really nice. But they're underrated watches. I feel that some of the Master Collection is slightly underrated and really nice watches. Really, really nice watches.
Yeah, totally. Oh, man,
That's a bit busy.
So much under JLC just as a brand generally is just really underrated. Like there's so much.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Anytime I find somebody wearing a GLC, I always want to talk to this person because it's always the guys who are know everything about their watch. Like they bought the watch because they love the idea of the complications, the combination, like this geophysic or the deadbeat second one is so good as well. Also very underrated.
Memo box.
Well, yeah. Orange Hand brings up the Master Control sector dial from a few years back. Was awesome. They're about 5. I've actually got my eye on them at the moment. I'd really like to get one. The white dial with the sector dial. They're about 5,000 quid at the moment, and they're still quite pricey, but yeah, not as much as new, but they're gorgeous as sector dials. I know NS something had one there. Oh yeah, beautiful. But these are underrated, the Master Collection, and then the Polaris. There's lots of iterations of the Polaris. Underrated, maybe a bit too expensive.
I don't like
this. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest with you. 10 grand, 13 grand for the chronograph. 15 grand for the geographic world time, and then 33 grand for the perpetual calendar.
That's not too bad, actually.
But are you gonna buy? If you're gonna buy a perpetual calendar, are you gonna buy a Polaris perpetual calendar?
If it's 50% off, then yes.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Like, they take a dive on the secondary market, and where else are you going to go? Like, Patek Philippe is going to be 3 times that. Lange & is similar.
Yeah.
Anything else? Vacheron Constantin.
Going
to be something similar. 2 or 3 times the price.
But
really.
Wouldn't you buy a perpetual calendar from the Master Collection?
Yeah.
I've actually got my eye on it's the Master Ultra Thin collection. They do the Master Ultra Thin Perpetual is fucking amazing watch. Yeah, that's a real cool one. And on the secondary, in Australia, the list price is about 40 grand in Australian. You can get them on the secondary for about 20K. They fall. The arse just falls out of them. On the
they do.
Yeah.
I remember doing a 3-watch collection with you, Tom, and probably back in Blue Shirt Buddha's Day. And one of the 3 watches that I chose was an ultra thin, which was just a plain time only in rose golds. And I thought that was the greatest watch of all time. These days, I probably think it's probably a bit too much dial. I prefer just, I don't want...
With the moon phase, Ben, they do the ultra thin moon phase. They've got something on the dial at least, I think.
Yeah, it needs a complication for sure, just to break it up a little bit.
Good to see you, Skylar. Good morning. Yeah, you think it needs to be broken up a bit?
Yeah, like the one that you had there, that had a moon face, I think. The steel one of the Master Control.
Yeah.
Ben, you got someone saying good morning to you.
Happy birthday, Aaron.
Okay, we'll move on to a brand that Ben's more familiar with. Grand Seiko. So some of their popular watches. They're popular for dials. Big on dials.
The Break America moment.
This is their what moment?
The Break America moment.
Really, the Snowflake.
Yeah, the Snowflake was the one that they led the charge with. I know it's been around for a long time in their armory, but when they really went for the American market in 2017, this was the one that really kind of captured hearts and minds.
Really? Yeah, so I mean, their heritage, all from their heritage collection, inspired by changing seasons, are the popular ones. So you got the snowflake, things like the shunbun,
Oh yeah.
things like the white birch,
Beautiful.
the spring drive ones. Yeah, I mean, spring drive. I'd love to get a spring drive watch. Yeah, really great watches. Spring drive, I think, really pioneering movement. But the underrated one seems to be from the Elegance collection. You got this one.
I never liked that dial layout.
No, I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. This GMT.
A lot of people like this watch, though.
They do.
You got the sport collection. The sport collection. Not a fan of these either myself.
No, and big. These are bloody huge. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now people complain about the bracelets on Grand Seiko, and with a sports watch, you need a good bracelet, and you can see this is why they're in the sale. They're knocking 20% off these watches. I don't know that one, but that one, and then this one 20% off the Tentograph chronograph. What do you think? What's your opinion on the Tentograph, JCB?
From what I know, that like the technology is really good in the Tentograph, but I think the size of the watch is quite. What is it? 43.2. It's a bit thick. And one thing I don't like is that really thick hour hand, because like imagine that's on your chrono register, you won't be able to see anything there, right? But from I mean, I just sort of feel like chronographs is an area for Grand Seiko that they should really focus on, because the Tentograph is really all we've got, right? And we're talking about Seiko, Grand Seiko, like they fucking know how to make a chronograph, right? You would think in Grand Seiko that we would have a couple of different ones to choose from. There'd be some nice thin ones, some dress chronographs. I feel like this is the only chronograph that we've got. It's like this sports watch. Like, where is your fucking like elegant chronograph to compete with the likes of the Patek and the Vacherons of the world, you know? I feel like chronographs is a real big missed area for Grand Seiko. They need to pull their game and lift their game in that area.
This is 15.3 thick as well, JCB, which is not crazy.
That's crazy.
And then the ones that you pointed out, Ben, the unpopular with the 9F movement.
Well, just the 9F stable in general, it's just incredible. I only own one. It's the only Grand Seiko I own, and people rightly want to go for spring drive, and I think like it's like a Submariner for a Rolex. When they want to buy Grand Seiko, it's spring drive. That's what makes a Grand Seiko, and I understand that point. But the problem with spring drive, as often been pointed out here, is the power register on the dial should be on the back. The 9F quartz don't have that. But aside from that, the 9F quartz movement, really people need to take a proper look at, because it's incredible. It has a little balance spring in there that helps with the whiplash of the second, so that it hits the point every time and there's no backlash whatsoever. And mine keeps time to minus 2 seconds per year. Which is just crazy, incredible. But it just going back to your bracelets point, Tom, the bracelet on mine has no micro adjustment, as Chili.
No micro adjust equals possibly no sale.
And I'm talking about the little holes on the clasp, right? It also has no on-the-fly adjustment. It has half links and full links. And the only way that you can adjust it is by using some combination of half links and full links. And I think that proves difficult to achieve comfort for a lot of people. But they have got micro adjustments in their new watches. So it will, but they were so slow to come to that.
Yeah, Yakrov says any modern watch costing over $1,000 needs a good bracelet, in my opinion. Yeah. Mason was saying, I like the idea of the tentograph, but very expensive, and I have other things to buy first. Yeah, fair point.
Hey, Tom, I'll be right back. I just got to go to the bar to get a top up. I'll be
Sure.
It's probably 1:45 here.
So I'll go on to JCB's brand, which is Breitling. And now Breitling are known for chronographs and aviation-themed watches, and particularly big oversized watches with smaller watch fashions. Many of those big watches are irrelevant now, relevant to many now. They've evolved a little, but I think the acquisition of Universal Genève and Gallet may help them reach different price demographics. Don't know, what do you think to that? You think that's a valid point, Ben?
Yeah, like I love the Universal Genève brand. Some of their historical stuff is insane, and triple calendars and on a level with Omega and all the other great brands. The pole router obviously needs no second mention. So I'm delighted that that brand is being revived. It should be revived. Of all the brands, it's proper, with proper history. And it's great that Breitling are the ones to do that.
And also, they'll be more tiered, won't they? You'll have the more accessible Gallet to start off with for your entry level. So 2,000, I think they're going to be aiming for around 2,000 to 3,000 quid. And then your Breitlings for your sort of 4,000 to 6,000, 4,000 to 7,000. Or here, well, here we can hear 8,000, 4,000 to 8,000, or 9,000 quid. And then your Universal Genève are going to be 15,000 start. They've said they're going to start at 15,000.
Okay.
So they're going to be 15 to 30,000, I think. So they're going Premier line, you know.
Premier, yeah, they're nearly going in at that JLC range level that we were looking at earlier.
Well, yeah, I mean, Pete McConville Amateur Watches did an interesting take on it in his recent video. He said that he thinks that they're going to not bring out a pole router, but bring out a calendar chronograph.
Yeah, like a tri-complex.
Tri-complex like they used to. Yeah.
Like they used to. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So it'd be one of the complicated chronographs. So yeah, I mean, Navitimer is the. I'll work for JCB because he's Mr. Breitling.
Yeah, they don't just come with 46 mil either. Like, I don't know that version there, but there is a 41 mil version of that.
Yeah, I was gonna highlight they've got lots of different sizes. They start at 46 mil for the big ones. Then they go down to 43 mil. Then they go down to that dial.
Oh, I love that
copper salmon dial.
I love it.
43 mil. Then they go down to 41 mil. This high speed dial, and then you enter the Super Oceans, which start at 48 mil, but here's a 46 mil one.
Does nothing for this much.
No. Then the 42 mil. It's a C. I mean, this is a 1950s slow motion watch. Slow motion. You miss an Navitimer's JCB.
Oh, the Navitimer. Did you say the Navitimer was overrated or underrated?
This is in the popular watches for Breitling. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just
The Navitime is
saying,
the icon, really, isn't it? For Breitling, it's the kind of your first watch you think of.
yeah, we were saying that they're known for their chronographs and aviation themed watches and oversized watches, and
Yeah,
they've evolved a little. But will the acquisition of Universal Geneva and Gallet help them reach a different price demographic? And so these are Super Oceans. There's a lot of them. They come in bronze, and then the Super Ocean Heritage, which are the older, more vintage ones, which chronographs as well.
nice looking watches.
They're quite popular, yeah.
And then the Super Ocean Heritage 2. So they got several in the Super Ocean range. Then the Top Times, which are still in their popular category, I think. The Top Times, they did the American Cars collaboration.
Oh, I love them.
The Top Time Deuce.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then this Martini Racing, which is slightly different shape. It's not the rounded shape.
It's kind of cool.
But then the underrated ones, the Mosquito, the Avi range, the AVI range, Mosquito and the Mustang, lovely watches,
That's a good
great watches. And you guys got one of these, I believe, haven't he?
Yeah, he's got the AVI, the 765, which was the sort of the version before this one. That's he's got the manual wine version.
Right, okay, right.
These are automatic, these ones. Yeah.
And then the Chronomite is quite underrated. Here's an Erling Haaland one for you, Ben. Man City one.
Yeah, I was going to say the underrated line is probably this line. It's the Chronomat line.
The Avi one that we were just talking about with ID guy, I just get confused between those and Type 20s. I just don't know.
Yeah.
They all kind of look the same.
Yeah.
Agree.
Derivative chronograph. This for me is a really nice two-tone watch. I think it's a really nice one.
Yeah. First time I saw these chronomats, I was like, with the bullet bracelet, I was like, oh my god, that is awesome.
Yeah.
There's the chronograph one.
The Breitling have some great, like, it's interesting, and you're right, like, they are associated with oversized watches, but my god, they have some great watches in their stable.
And then the Avenger. The Avenger's underrated. This 9 mission GMT. These are Y2K watches. They go up to 48 mil. The 9 mission, the yellow one, chronograph, and just a standard 3,900. It's not too bad a price.
How the hell is the yellow one so expensive?
It's a chronograph.
Okay.
And it's ceramic.
Ceramic.
Bioceramic? Looks like
then you get the professional endurance, the endurance Breitlings, which are basically an alternative for a lot of people to a Garmin or something like that at the gym. I find, I know people who've got them that wear them at the gym, and it's their alternative to an Apple Watch or a G-Shock.
Yeah, it's a pity they produce shit like this. Like, you know, the Chronomat, and maybe other people have a different opinion, but like that's what's that budget store, TK Maxx.
Oh yeah.
They should call it the Professional Endurance TK Maxx Pro 44. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Hey, Tom, can you just pull up Mason's last comment there? How he's saying that he doesn't consider the Navitimer to be a hype watch. because a lot of people are put off by the busy dial.
It's not hype. It's not hype, Mason. I just say it's their popular watch. It's one of their popular watch, Breitling's popular lines. It's the line they're known for as a pilot, as a chronograph and aviation themed company. It's a line that they're known for best. When you say Breitling, people say Navitimer.
You think of the Navitimer, yeah.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
It's not hype. It's not hype at all. It's just one of the icons. It's one of the icons. It was the first chronograph in 1952. It's just an icon. It's
a flagship. Yeah, it is.
Flagship, yeah.
Yeah, it's a flagship.
As a sort of an extension of that comment, though, is that I still feel like the Navitimer itself is an actual underrated watch, because
I agree, JCB. I agree.
Yeah, like that the watch itself, and I was one of those people who was put off at originally when I first got into watches. I was like, oh, the dial, it's so busy, it's got the slide rule and everything. But as I sort of got more into watches and got more comfortable with these pieces, I was like, man, this is actually a cool watch. When you see it in the metal and you got it on your wrist, it's just a fucking great watch. And I just feel like it doesn't get the kudos and the popularity that it should have. It's just actually still a really cool watch.
Oh, they're so cool. For in terms of chronographs, like
Bradley Endurance is won by sketchy people.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll get off that. So, I mean, an iconic brand, Omega. Apparently, Omega owners are 38% more likely than Rolex buyers to switch brand for their next watch. And that's understandable to me for any market, really, because I'm not an investment buyer when it comes to watches. So there is a fan base for the brand, but the size of their collection must cost them a lot to manufacture. And if Bond and Space Travel Associations cannot hold brand loyalty, well, I don't think it's a different brand to Rolex. People compare them too much to Rolex, I think. Omega and Rolex, and they're different brands.
It's a level down. It's a level down, isn't it?
It's not. It's not so much that. It's people like to think it's a level down, but I think they're different brands. They're different brands. They're not doing well though, Omega at the moment.
No, but I think that's
the Swatch Group.
But people want something to come out from the rest to compete with Rolex, because Rolex stands on its own in terms of market share.
Go back 20 years and you could go. They couldn't sell Daytonas. You could buy one at 35% off.
Yeah.
In a jewelers, you could go to an AD and buy. They couldn't sell Daytonas, so they'd give you 35% off. So times have just changed. We've had a hype. We've had a social media. We've had YouTube. We've had blah blah blah. Different. People come to the hobby and come to watches. We've had COVID. We've had things like that.
But do you not think even after all that, like Rolex has almost a monopoly? Its market share is so huge that they're crying out for a brand to compete with it, and they hang their hats on Omega, but Omega will let you down. If you want it to be that, it'll let you down. But maybe you're right though. Maybe it needs to be viewed. I'm starting to view Omega, Tudor, Omega, Rolex. They're the levels. One will never impinge on the other, really.
Yeah. I think what puts Rolex above all the other people in the past 20 years, it's this non-profit. At least that's my theory, because they can move their money into marketing so much better than the other brands. When you're operating on a non-profit emblem, you can put so much money in marketing. What they did with like the official clock of Formula One, tennis. Now of course Tag Heuer and LVMH for Formula One. but they were almost all the sports. You had Rolex as the official timekeeping, regatta, tennis, Formula One, and so on. And they put their watches, let's say, on everybody's wrists, and then they just elevated themselves from the whole field.
Yes. Yeah.
So
100%.
yeah, interesting. So the popular watches are the Speedmaster.
That's beautiful.
57, the white dial, new white
There's an overhyped
dial,
watch.
the first Omega in space, but there are multiple iterations. We did a whole show on Speedmasters. You like every Speedmaster. Then there's the S&P 300, the green dial, which is one of my favorites. I'm not really a fan of this watch, but the green dial is nice.
Yeah.
The No Time to Die.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's their, again, it's their Bond Association. The Bond 60th anniversary edition.
It's nice. I like it.
And then you get to the underrated watches. The Railmaster, always been fairly underrated. Did this brown dial really do a lot to elevate it? I like it, but
It's all right.
It's going back to 1940s look for sub-seconds, and not
Looks
really
like an
doing
Aquaterra.
an amazing amount. I was going to say the Aquaterra is a bit in the underrated watch line.
Mm.
The Constellation, definitely in the underrated line.
Definitely.
The Constellation Globemaster,
Good
and then the Veals, definitely in there.
No love for the Veals, yeah.
No love. Yeah. What do you think, to Omega? Any thoughts?
I'm just pissed off at the price rises. Like, they're so expensive now. I don't know about the DeVilles and stuff, but like a Speedmaster, like the top of the range Speedmaster now, the Sapphire Sandwich version in Aussie dollars, it's 14,500 Aussie dollars, which is just like they've just gone crazy with the pricing. It's just
about 9,000 euro.
That's my only issue with Omega at the moment. It's just the pricing. But besides that,
you just don't buy Omega new. Like you just can't. It's impossible.
Yeah. Watch prices in general have gone up far too much too quickly. I don't know whether the tariff debacle helped. That obviously didn't help. But brands can't cut prices now. They're stuck.
Well, you said it before, Tom. Like Omega is not doing well, or Swatch Group generally, and Omega is probably like the sort of flagship range in Swatch Group, right? Like, why are you not doing well? Okay, yeah, the market there's a downturn at the moment, but if the market's downturning, but you're putting your prices up,
yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what do you? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
I was looking at Speedmasters on Chrono 24 yesterday, and like they start at 4,000 euro. So the top end is 9,000 euro. What you're saying?
Price,
less than half the price, and beautiful 80s, lovely patina. Kind of gives you 95% of the look without the coaxial and stuff like that. But I'm more aesthetic than movement, I have to say. You can't going into an AD to buy an Omega is madness unless you get a really good discount.
Just ridiculous, yeah.
We move to Longines. I mean, they got quite a lot of popular watches. They're very good brand, Longines. They got the Spirit GMT. They got the Big Eye chronograph. They've got the Legend Diver.
I love that as well.
They've got the Ultrachron and the Ultrachron Classic they brought out.
25% discount. Wow.
But they got the Heritage Collection in general with the tuxedo dials, the 1939 is it or 32, the the sector dial one, a whole host of great stuff in the heritage collection.
Yeah.
And then you get to stuff like this, the master collection. And it's like,
Yeah.
and this master collection in this just doesn't really, this master collection.
I don't mind that one there. It's got the engraved Brego numeral.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like the salmon dial version of that.
Yeah.
But for me, in general, Longines can't do any wrong. I mean, the pricing's great. The pricing's great. The watches are great.
Yep. A lot of them have a see-through case back as well, so you can just see the movement. The movement's not super special, but at least you can have a look at it, which is pretty cool.
Going to Hamilton. Everything is called a khaki. Everything has khaki before the name. So you get the khaki field, you get the khaki Murph, which you've got, Ben. You love this watch, don't you?
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
For under 1,000, brilliant.
Was it secondary or yours, or was it a new purchase?
Mine was on the grey market. It was a new purchase, but on the grey market. So it was like, I think they're just 1,000 plus retail. I got mine for 750 on a bracelet.
Amazing. Yeah, they've got the Pilot Pioneer Mechanical, 790 quid, which is a copy of the W10. The American Classic Intramatic.
Cool.
The Jazzmaster the chronograph, which isn't too bad.
Not bad.
And then you start to hit stuff like this: the Jazzmaster Open Heart Auto, which looks awful to me.
It looks like a pizza with 2 slices taken out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. This one, the Jazzmaster face to face, looks awful. 2,500 quid, 2,600 quid.
Yeah.
It's awful.
TK Maxx. Back to TK Maxx with that.
The Khaki Aviation X-Wind Auto Chrono, 1,700 quid. This one, the Khaki Navy Below Zero Titanium. Oh, if you don't like Bell and Ross, you're going to hate this.
Yeah.
Argos does better.
And then the Ventura, the Elvis Classic, but is it selling at the moment? It's not selling much, I don't think. It's got 1 5-star review on the Hamilton website. It's got, I mean, it's not doing well.
Thank you very much.
And then this one was this has got 1 4-star review, which came out for the Dune film. 22.5 grand. The Dune edition Ventura. I mean,
that's quartz as well.
Yeah, this is quartz. Yeah. I mean, what do you think these brands should? What do you think these brands should do with the underachieving watch? Not collectors, but underachieving watches. Do you think they should slash them? Get rid of them?
Yeah, totally. Who's going to buy that? No.
It's 51 mil tall as well. 51 mil that way, and then 47 mil that way. Bloody huge.
Yeah. It's hard, isn't it? We got Tissot then. So the PRX is their flagship at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely one of their popular watches.
Some watch.
The Gentleman is fairly popular. Parmatigati again. And the Citadel, I know Abdul's had one. You've sold it now, haven't you, Abdul?
Yeah.
But yeah, a popular watch.
Says it all. Says it all.
It says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But you get some horrible stuff there into
Oh.
that's a complete Datejust rip-off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
date only just.
A quartz
Yeah.
Datejust rip-off. The Ballard, the Carson, not for me.
Cartier.
The Leloc, not for
Longines
me.
rip-off.
Longines rip-off. The PR 1100, not for me. I mean, what do you think to that as a chronograph for 355 quid, JCB? Looks like a moon swatch, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Looks like a
that's
moon
right.
swatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tissot is in Swatch Group, right? So I've got a feeling they probably
Yeah.
share that. They maybe use the movement from that, or they share the movement. Yeah, look, 355 though, like that's under $1,000, and you're getting a Swiss made chronograph. I'm kind of all right with that for that price. That's kind of cool, to be honest. Like for the price, that's bugger all money, really. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's okay. It's not offensive to me, especially at that price. I can dig that.
So Breguet, Breguet strong heritage and craftsmanship, but weak consumer pull. Their pricing is ambitious at times, and I feel they get a bit neglected being part of the Swatch Group. They had their 250th anniversary this year, and they pulled out all the stops, releasing some really nice watches, some really good complications, some heavy hitting watches, but they're sort of popular watches are the Breguet Type 20 here in steel, way too overpriced. That's 18,000 quid nearly.
Oh, get the Breitling Abbey. Just get the Breitling Abbey.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And then the classics, like the one I've got, 24,000 quid you're hitting here.
Mixed metal stuff.
White gold. I got mine for 10,000 used.
Tom, you hit the jackpot with that watch.
It's just, but it's just, I mean, 24k, it's a lot of money. Do you think Breguet should be elevated? Should they be in near Trinity level? Are they being part of the Swatch Group? Should they be more? Should they? I don't know what I'm trying to say. They can't break away from the Swatch Group.
No.
Should someone buy them, do you think? Should someone maybe buy them?
They should be at Trinity level. They should be. They are everything that so many firsts. Wasn't he the first tourbillon? Breguet hands, Breguet numerals. So many firsts. Revered.
When you look at that new experimental watch,
the magnetic one, the magnetic escapement,
that's insane. Yeah,
pioneering stuff, still knocking out pioneering stuff with the magnetic escapement, like JCB says,
Yeah, that's a cool.
But some underrated ones. You said the tradition was underrated, JCB.
Yeah, I reckon. I think so. People just I'm not going to speak for people, but I think I just love this line, the tradition line. When you see these watches in the metal, and they're just amazing. They're just really, really cool, real cool pieces.
Yeah,
and they don't get a lot. They don't get enough love. Like on the secondary, they're like half price. Yeah. So very underrated, I think.
Yeah, I agree. These are fabulous, high level, haute horology, open worked watches.
I think if Breguet was an independent and they made like maybe, let's say 100 and 150, let's say 500 watches per year, then they could ask these prices. But somehow.
Oh, you just frozen.
don't know why I'm so
Buy them
lit
new.
up so bright. I'm lit up like a light bulb.
You froze for a second there, Abdul.
Yeah,
What
I'm
were we
just
saying?
like I don't think there are enough people to buy them new. You know, like
Yeah, you're
everybody's
right.
looking, okay, I'll wait on the secondary market. I'll get
Yeah.
a 30-40% discount at least. So I'll wait for that. And I find that, you know, like if they just did some small stuff, reduce their collection, reduce the numbers, more exclusivity, a little bit more marketing, they would have a much better, higher position than they are now.
I think the Breguet Marine is underrated as well. It's one of the underrated watches. I mean, I don't like this iteration, but past iteration, there's one that, what's it called? Amin Reviews, is it? Amin Reviews has, which is a beautiful silver dial, gear shaped dial Marine.
I agree, Tom.
beautiful.
I actually like this iteration too.
Do you?
Yeah. Very cool.
So on to Tag. Now, sales of Tag Heuer have fallen by 25% since 2018. They are often too expensive to be the entry market, like they were in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and don't seem prestigious enough to compete with Omega and Rolex, etc. They have dabbled with smartwatches, so maybe they still target non-enthusiasts. So maybe they're still trying to target non-enthusiasts, especially considering their sponsorship of Formula One.
Yeah.
So the popular watches, the Monaco, the classic Steve McQueen one here, the Caliber 11. I mean, the Caliber 11 was a whole other story. They're pioneering with that, weren't the JCB? You know.
Yeah, definitely one of the first automatic chronographs.
Yeah, one did that. They did that with a conglomerate it was called Project 99. It was Breitling, Buren, who had just Hamilton had just bought Buren, Breitling, Tag Heuer, and what's the other company? I forget the other company. No, Duprat. So basically,
I always thought it was free, but
yeah, basically the original Caliber 11 was a Buren movement, micro rotor with a Duprat module, based on a Buren micro rotor movement with a Duprat chronograph.
Yeah, right.
But these are conventional Tag icons. So they got the Monaco, the Carrera, the new Carrera Singapore, which is an awesome watch.
Fucking great watch. Yeah. Honestly, we could probably have a whole show on Tag Heuer, to be honest. Let's just talk about the brand for a minute, because as you say, Tom, they've got so much happening in different market segments, right? You've got you got the cheap quartz version with the Formula Ones. Then you start getting into the aqua timers or the aqua racers. With the the dive watches, which start getting into the automatic movements. And then you step up into the Carreras and the Monacos. And some of those Monacos are really, really fucking horology pieces. They've even got a split seconds one that's come out.
Yeah.
So I think when you look at Tag as a brand, it's such an interesting brand. There's so much going on across all these market segments. It's just I kind of find compared to say Patek Philippe, right? They're playing in a particular market, whereas Tag is trying to play across a whole spectrum of the market. Is that a wise decision? Is it a good thing? I don't know. That's for them to decide, and for the market, obviously, to decide as a branding type of exercise. But yeah, I just think it's a very interesting proposition and an interesting brand when you start thinking about Tag and what they're doing and how they're playing and what they're up to. You know, there's a lot that they're trying to be a lot of things to a lot of different people in the market.
Yeah, they're owned by a different conglomerate, LVMH. They're not in the Swatch Group or Richemont Group, and LVMH are much more forward-thinking, I think. They've got involved with the Formula One with Hermes and Moët Chandon. You know, the Moët that they own. They own lots of different luxury brands. So you got Hermes, Moët. You got Patek Philippe. You got watches. You got all sorts of stuff in the LVMH
Louis Vuitton as well, which is always trying.
Louis Vuitton, Louis Vuitton
as well, right?
Exactly, yeah.
The biggest issue with Tag Heuer is the same as Panerai. They used to be like the entry-level luxury watch, right? You start, you want your first watch.
Yeah.
You got your first job. You get a Tag Heuer. You get a Panerai, 2,000-3,000 euros. You get an excellent watch for that money. When you speak about 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, then you're like, I could pay a little bit more and get me a Rolex, or I can get a used Omega Speedmaster or whatever. So the prices that they put for themselves just killed the popularity somehow, in my opinion.
But yeah, that's sort of what I was trying to get at before, Abdul. It's like when you think of Tag Heuer, you sort of think of that entry level sort of luxury brand, right? That's the first nice watch you're going to buy.
Yeah.
But then again, if you look at some of the Monacos with split seconds mechanisms and all that sort of, they play in that field as well. So as a mentally, are you going to go think, oh, I'm going to go and spend that money on a Tag Heuer, or are you going to be like, oh no, that's the entry level brand and I don't want to spend that sort of money on the Tag Heuer? I think that's what you're trying to say, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I think that's right. Yeah.
The first time
good to see you.
Hey, Junior. Good to see you.
The first time I tried on the glass box chronograph, Paul Sheeran's, I was blown away. It was probably the most excited I'd been by a watch in a previous 2 years. Just incredible and priced okay, I thought. But they, again, better on the used market. So I thought a real competitor in the chronograph market with the Navitimer, with the Speed Timer, with the Daytona. Like even that black panda dial, that is an absolutely beautiful watch.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have Tag Heuers? Did you ever buy one?
Oh, they're entry level watch. They're entry. We did a whole show on it, didn't we? They're entry brand for many people. I bought one. I bought a Monza 3-hander, 2-hander with a sub-second dial. I gifted it to my dad, and he wears it every day. Yeah. He wears it every day.
Beautiful watch. The Monza.
They're beautiful watches. I love Tag. I pined after my brother had a friend who had a Series 2000 when I was about 16. And I pined after that. I lusted after it. It was, I aspired to own a Tag 2000. It was just amazing. I was blown away by it. It was just, Let's look at some of the underrated watches. The Formula One. I mean, they've relaunched this. Is it going to gain more popularity now they're sponsoring Formula One? I don't know. Solograph. The Formula One Senna, Ayrton Senna, is a lot more money, $5,000 nearly. They've always done Ayrton Senna watches, limited editions, haven't they? They've done a few Ayrton Senna limited editions. The Aqua Racer. Not too bad. These are all solographs. These are all solar. They've gone big on solar powered watches, Tag, but very well priced. 2,250. And this one I really like. I tried this on in the Tag Boutique. This has gone really nice dial, really textured dial. Bit more expensive. This is an automatic, wasn't a solograph, 4,000. But this is more the price point that watches should be. More the entry price point, 4,000, not 6,000-7,000. You know.
Yeah.
This is the price point watches should be at, I think. You know.
Yeah.
I'm just old fashioned. You know.
Tudor is a problem for them, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tudor is a massive problem. For
absolutely, Ben, absolutely.
Because you always have to think, okay, I'm buying a watch. Let's say the one for 6,000, a chronograph, Swiss movement, all good. And then you look at the Tudor, and you're like, I paid half of it, and I get a Tudor, Swiss brand, also known. I'll go with the Tudor. Why should I buy the tag? You know, like.
Yeah. Well, tag used to be. Sorry, Ben. Karen.
I imagine the BB GMT is the same price as this.
Yeah. Like I would get the Coke Tudor instead of this every day of the week.
100%.
So okay, the Tag were the gateway brand in the 90s and 2000. What would you say is the gateway brand now?
Tudor.
Probably Tudor.
Tudor. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a gateway brand for many collectors.
Yeah.
Interesting. What would you say in the chat? What do you think in the chat? What do you think is the gateway brand? I'd be interested to hear. So we'll move on to our last brands. Zenith. Now Zenith
25% on that. Wow.
Zenith sales have dropped in the entry level segments and with the younger market. And their product direction was chronograph focus, but it's blurring a bit now then to divers, pilots, and so we see one of their popular watches here, the Chronomaster Sport, taking a 25% cut. So yeah, as Abdul says, 25% off.
Wow, didn't know.
Defy Skyline, 25% off. The A384 that I've got, 25% off. From 7,500 to 5,625.
Because these discounts will trickle down on the secondary market. If you have this watch and you want to sell it on the secondary for £5,000, let's say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'll pay £625 more and get the new one. Why should I buy it used?
Yeah, absolutely. I paid 4,000 for mine used, and
that was good.
So, but that was when there was 7,000.
That
was when there was 7,500. So, you know, Abdul's right. You'd think to yourself, why not just buy a new one?
Totally.
Yeah. So the underrated watches, the Pilot. I mean, this one I don't like. Not a fan of this. The Pilot. This is 25% off, and it should be. The Defy Extreme Diver. We wanted a diver, didn't we, JCB? We kept saying they needed a diver. Was this the right diver they came out with?
No, definitely not. I mean, they've gone back into the Defy, the vintage look, and they've tried to come up with something that's this weird fucking in between vintage and modern. This is just look. I mean, look at the hands on the thing. They look like tampons or something.
Skittles.
It's just such a weird watch. No, I mean, we were talking about taking that Chronomaster Sport kind of design and making a diver from that, something to compete head on with the Sub and the Seamasters of the world, and they came out with this. They're looking back into the heritage, and it's like, look forward. Don't look back. Like, every now and then when a brand looks back and comes out with a vintage reissue, it's like, okay, because it was a good one, but Zenith are picking all the fucking bad ones and coming up with the shit that no one even, like, who asked for this watch? No one. Like, what are you bringing this out for?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't fucking ask for this. I asked for a modern diver that I can, because I can't buy a Submariner. Because I can't go into a shop and buy a sub. I want a diver that's going to look good. I can wear with a suit that I can that is like a competitor to a sub that I can go and drop 10K on and feel good about it. Not this.
Yeah, and Dutch even says the hands are hideous. And Mikey Casio GTR says, I like the idea, but the execution of the dial isn't right. Junie Johnson says his entry-level brand is Hamilton. Interesting, Junie. Yeah, I guess for some. Mikey says the Gulf colours appeal to him. Oh, fair enough, Mikey.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Zenith is one of those brands, like, it's just always been. It's another one where it's just its identity. It's just not clear. Like, it just does. I don't know what their brand is, what their design language is. I'm just not sure. Like, there's, like, you guys know me. Like, I've got a Zenith and I love it.
Me too.
Like, there are certain Zenith watches, like your watches, Tom. I love that watch. Like, there are certain Zenith watches that are fucking unreal. They're great.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in there that is just we just don't like it. Like, it's just not. I don't know. It's just a really mixed up brand. I'm really torn about Zenith, how I feel about them as a brand and where they're going and what they're doing.
Guys, the Zenith A385, the smoky dial one, that's in my shortlist.
The Cappuccino.
Yeah, the Cappuccino. That's gorgeous, Ben. It's beautiful watch.
I
I would have preferred to get one of those than my white dial Panda.
I think they're a little more
reverse Panda, but then they're more expensive than.
They're more expensive.
Yeah.
But I see there's one there for 5,800.
Right.
No, they're 9,800 new. 5,800 used wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, that's a 40%.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to the next brand and our last brand, and I called in Ben for this because he's our Seiko in
fan, you can call
main
me
man. I was going to say fan, our main Seiko fan, and main Seiko collector in the past.
So I just sometimes think the term fanboy means to the exclusion of all else. Do you know?
No, not at all. Just
See, I'll probably go back to my Apple versus Android days. If you were an Android fanboy or an Apple fanboy, it was to the exclusion of everything.
No, not with Seiko.
Okay.
No.
There's a bit of Seiko fanboy in all of us, Tom.
I think there is.
Yeah. So these are popular models. I mean, you said the speed timer. I've gone for the Pogue speed timer, but there are plain white dial speed timers, and you've got a nice purple dial speed timer recently, haven't you, Ben?
Yeah, like these are the top sellers for Seiko at the moment. People love them. Yeah.
So there's a speed timer. The Alpinist reissue
is huge for Seiko. This particular one is absolutely massive. But the thing about the Alpinist is within the Alpinist thing, there's several sub ranges. You've got the baby Alpinist and you have the Laurel. So
we'll come to that. We'll come to that.
Okay.
We'll come to the Laurel. The Sports GMT, I've got one in Mick and Orange, and you had one, didn't you, Ben?
Do you like it, Tom?
I love it.
Yeah,
it was gifted to me by Junie Johnson last Christmas, and it's an absolute knockout watch.
These are fucking terrific,
terrific for that price. 420 quid. Yeah, for 400 quid, you can't go wrong.
Go wrong. You can't
Any
go wrong.
color that you want, 100%, or sorry, 100 meters water resistant, thick, solid on the wrist, nice new solid endings.
Comfortable Jubilee bracelet.
Yeah. I mean, they're not as refined. They're not going to be as refined as if you go into Tudor or whatever. It's just not going to be. It'll be a bit thicker. The rehaut will be a bit thicker, but highly legible, really well finished. Just incredible.
So next, he said the 62 mass.
Yeah, these are huge.
Prospects.
These are massive in the community at the moment. Like these have gone again with the others as well. They're outside of the kind of the core Seiko fanboy base. It's reached outside of that to everybody. Almost like a competitor for Black Bay 58, but a third of the price as such.
I was going to say, Tom, when you mentioned like what's the entry level sort of luxury brand now, I'm sort of thinking, look, it's not Seiko, but I feel like they're trying to start owning that space now with watches like this. And as Ben said, they're reaching out of the enthusiast market into the general punters, right? And
like Julie Johnson said, maybe Hamilton. I mean, they're in that price level as well. I mean,
I think Seiko is just such a much more known.
They're being massive,
brand,
aren't they, Seiko?
they're
massive.
And they're capitalizing on that, and they're pricing their Prospex models now in that entry level, sort of luxury level sort of playing field. I feel like.
But Abdul, you say that Citizen are overtaking Seiko in your opinion. You feel they're better watches
for the money.
Citizen.
For the money, like what Seiko is trying to do is elevate their prices so they can have like people that buy a 1,000 pound Prospex, and then the next watch will be a Grand Seiko, and then the next watch will be a Creedor. What Citizen is doing is filling the gap that Seiko left under 1,000. Like that, If you look at the 200, 300 euros range, Citizen wins every time because their watches are really well priced. You get a ISO certified diver for like 200 euros, which is what diver from Seiko can you get that's 200 euros? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It used to be the SKX, but that's gone now.
Exactly. Like Seiko left the atmosphere of this under 500 euros, under 1,000 euros, and they're trying to push. Like this one I had, this is an excellent watch, like a really nice color.
This is the last of the popular ones that I'm highlighting. Cocktail Time.
So
350 quid. I mean, great little dress watch.
Yeah. And you see what they've done there, like they've covered nearly every genre of watch. Like you've got your dress watch, your chronograph, your diver, your GMT. So these are the big sellers for Seiko.
So let's have a look. Chronograph in the poke. So field watch. GMT. Diver and dress watch. So they're the top 5 popular selling watches. You get to the underrated ones, you thought, Ben.
5 Seikos, about £3,000. You've got your whole thing covered.
So the underrated ones, you said, were the Laurel Alpinist. This one.
Yeah, well, look, this is probably more subjective for me. These don't do as well. So I'm saying what subjectively is underrated. And it's probably ones that I love. Now, I do own this watch. This is just more, I prefer a simple field aesthetic. This is more simple. It doesn't have the adornments and the dial furniture of the regular Alpinist, nor does it have the internal rotating compass. It's a simple watch, highly legible, great lume, screw down crown, 200 meters of water resistance, and very good looking dial.
Yeah. Then you said the Arnie. The Arnie Prospect.
Love this
watch.
Yeah, the Arnies get a lot of punishment for being big and hefty, and this one, I picked this particular reference because it's steel and it looks really cool as well. But like, if you're an 80s kid, which I am, and I imagine maybe all of us are, apart from Abdul, maybe, I don't know. But like Predator, all the Arnie movies, the Running Man he wears it in, is just
Commando.
very, very cool.
Commando wears it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is classic.
It's classic.
So the next one was the Sharp Edge series. You say this is a bit underrated.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with this one.
No, I guess that's the point. I'm not sure people are too familiar with them. But you can see in the design cues here, we've got an almost 44 GS case. So you're £860. These are bordering in terms of finishing on Grand Seiko, or it's an entry level Grand Seiko.
With the dial,
and the dial, the beautiful finishing on the dial, comes in green, white, red. Dial is up close to the glass, really well refined, and as I say, the bracelet's very good, and the case takes its design cues from Grand Seiko. But I think when people look at this, they're twice the cost of the cocktail time, and I'd say that probably puts people off.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So next was the Slim Turtle.
Well, yeah, I spent a lot of time thinking about this because just in terms of what's underrated, like the turtle is probably not underrated.
No.
But then I think everybody should own a fucking turtle.
Yeah.
They're just brilliant watches. Now, this is twice the cost of a regular turtle. This is so I suppose the two, like for me, the 6105 Willard, if you're thinking quintessential Seiko design, that's the watch.
Yeah.
This drops that big lug shape at 4 o'clock. It's much more refined. It's slimmer. Comes in 3 different colorways, and it's very, very elegant and refined on the wrist. It's small though. Like I'd say it's only 38 mil, so people might be put off by that in terms of a diver. But they sell a lot, but I still think people sleep on them.
Right, yeah.
This is the Slim Turtle, is known as.
Yeah, Slim Turtle. And lastly, you said the porcelain and enamel dials by Seiko.
Yeah, I say
really underrated. This is an enamel dial by them.
This is an enamel dial. I say this, Tom, because I see these discounted on websites all the time. Jura watches, and so I can only imagine if they're being discounted, they're a difficult sell. I think they're probably more appreciated in the Japanese market. But these enamel and porcelain dials, there's dial specialists. It might be just 1 or 2 artisan watchmakers. They know what they're doing. There's a huge, could be 12, 13 step processes in layering these things, firing them, relayering them, finishing them. And they come out, just beautiful, unique watches. Like, where are you going to get an enamel dial for 1200s? Enamel is something that the high level, the Breguets, the high level Geneva based watchmakers do, but you can get in on that level of dial with Seiko for a fraction of the cost, and they don't seem to sell too well.
June is saying you recently bought a Seiko Turtle with a green hand grenade dial.
Yeah, the King Turtle, they call that, because I know they've increased the prices, but they have included a sapphire crystal and a ceramic bezel. And that grenade-dyed turtle is exactly what I'm talking about. So good, robust, good-looking, very legible. The legibility of a turtle is incredible.
So, I mean, I think we said fairly harshly with the Longines, so a lot of you said you ditch the unpopular models. What do you think with the Seikos? Would you ditch the unpopular models?
Seiko is such a big brand. They do everything integrated. The Japanese market is their market, like that's where they sell most. But I think like what they did by elevating their prices will make other collectors, when they start collecting, looking at Orient, looking at Citizen more than Seiko because they are much more reasonably priced.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. Like, Seiko is just one of those brands where they're just, to us,
They're allowed a big catalogue.
yeah. Because they appeal to people just in the high street, you know, like walking into the mall, someone who's just going to go and they just wanted something nice to buy, and they're not really watch people, just something that looks good. Might be like a gold-plated bloody piece of crap that's quartz to us,
Yeah.
but the average punter, they'll go in there and go, "Oh, hey, that's a nice watch. I'll buy that." You know.
You see, that's what I'll say. The caveat, though. So the choices that I made, I stuck to the automatic range of Seiko watches. The kind of the ones that we all know, because the range is so vast. Like, you've got all the Astrons as well, which do absolutely nothing for me.
Right.
And then, as JCB just alluded to, you have $100, $200 euro gold-plated quartz watches as well. So it'd be easy for me to say, well, just ditch all them because I have no interest in that stuff. But as JCB said, there is a market for it. And you couldn't just ditch it because they probably sell a bucket load of them.
Yeah. That's it. Yep.
Yeah. Interesting stuff, guys.
Does anybody know how many watches Seiko sell annually?
No. Do you?
No, I don't.
Maybe like 1 million, something like that. Really a big number, I guess, right?
They must sell a lot, yeah.
More than Rolex. Seiko sells millions of watches annually is the first one.
Yeah.
Grand Seiko do about 50 to 85,000.
Seiko Group Corporation sells approximately 5 million watches annually.
Wow.
It's just on a different scale.
Different level.
Wow.
Different
5
scale.
million.
Yeah.
So that's 4 times more than Rolex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, just shows you how the luxury watch market and the affordable watch market are two different markets altogether.
Yeah.
Mason, I love your comment. Is the amount of Seiko sell measured in buckets? Yes. They sell bucket loads of Seikos.
Yeah.
5 bucket
Seiko
loads.
and probably Casio would have to be the top sellers in the world, by far. Like maybe Casio probably even more because they sell watches that cost $10, and that's what a lot of people just want, like a fucking F91W, and like
I think they sell like 3 million of this F190W per year alone.
Yeah, just that watch, right? Just that fucking watch alone. Come on, that's crazy.
Yes, it's interesting how the new generation look at watches and how the watch market sort of is shaping up, and prices have gone astronomical, and do a new audience just want smartwatches? Do they just want to measure their steps and their heart rate, blah 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 blah, or will they actually venture into a luxury market and not just want experiences rather than objects? So it's interesting.
It is interesting, and it's a good time to be buying used at the moment. Like I'm seeing,
absolutely,
solid gold,
absolutely.
Unless you want a fucking Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Oh man,
That's what I'm saying. There's
solid
some
gold
that
duo faces and everything for less than 10,000. Like but Pepsis are still crazy money.
Yeah, and Tubing says he enjoys Casios with mod kits.
Me as well, yeah.
And should you buy just hype, or should you buy Blue Shirt used to say, buy what you love and love what you buy. And I think that's a perfect phrase. We're not all the same. We don't follow the bandwagon. We don't follow the hype train, all of us. Newbies might. People who aren't that into the watch space might, who are just, your average consumer, who wants to buy a watch and sees the advertising billboards or the adverts on YouTube or telly or wherever, magazines, they might follow what they're told, but people deep into the hobby like us, yeah, they can make their own mind. They can make their own mind up.
Apes is just asking, what was that watch I just showed? So this was because Underachieving said he enjoyed Casios with the mod kits. So this is a Casio with a Royal Oak mod
my
kit.
god,
Nice.
Yeah,
that's fucking
Actually,
cool.
one of my favorite watches, man. It's just cheap, but it looks cool. It's just I can do anything with it. I can. I can't wear it with a suit, but when I'm wearing it around the house and banging it up, and you just don't care about it. And yeah, real cool. I think
Cool watch, JCB.
there's like a $50 mod kit or something like that. Real cool. Here's an interesting question, right? This is what I was thinking about. We were talking about price increases and stuff, right? So during COVID, we were all sitting around and we were all spending a lot of money on watches, and the watch bubble just fucking increased at that time. And I feel like the Swatches and Omegas and the Rolexes of the world, they put their prices up because there was a big interest in watches, right? So they got really fucking greedy too. They started hiking up their prices like 2 times a year, for example. Right?
Yeah.
Now that we're in an economic downturn, and all those numbers you were talking about, Tom, before, the market's down 20%. The Tag Heuer's sales have dropped to 25%, right? Could the brands actually? Do you think they could? Well, they should lower their prices. Do you think they could, or is it too much? Like they can't. Like
I think
they
can't.
They can't bring them down.
They
because
can't.
they've already brought them up.
I don't think they can because it's hard to backstep. It's hard to backstep.
Right?
Once you've brought your prices up, you
Yeah.
need to just leave them for
You gotta leave
time
them there.
and not raise them again too soon. I think it's really hard to backstep for these companies.
They've shot themselves in the foot, right? It was
They have.
We're gonna get greedy now. Yeah, everyone's loving watches and the market's going crazy. Let's go fucking nuts. But hey, fucking hell, what's happening now?
Trump and his tariffs didn't help. Trump and his tariffs didn't help with that.
Yeah.
I mean, saying that it's going to slam 39% on watches,
level, right?
That's why they have the prices. That's why a lot of companies up the prices, because it was a reaction to the taraffs for some reason.
I don't know about that, Tom. Like Amiga brought up, because I've been watching. You guys know me. I've been wanting a Speedy for like the last 5 years. So I'm watching the prices, and they were going up, man. Like before the tariffs, they were fucking hit a level where it was just too much. Like it was fucking greed. Tariffs was just another thing on top of that. Like I just feel like they just got to this point where they've just dug themselves into a hole, and like you say, they're not going to back down from it. And what's the fucking result? Well, your fucking watch sales are down 20%. It's your fault. It's your fucking fault. You guys fucking got greedy, and you fucking did this to yourself.
Underachieving's got a great point, though. They will start giving discounts, I think.
I hope so.
It's a perfect opportunity for retailers to get on the good side and for customers to haggle and pitch a price to a retailer and say, I'll offer you this.
That's right. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we go in there and we say, hey, how many Speedies are you selling? How many have you sold in the last month?
Like we saw with the Zenith. They all have 25%. They all have 25% off. So they've all been knocked down.
Say hello. Come here. Say hello. Come here.
Come on.
My beautiful daughter.
Hello.
She's playing soccer. this morning, and she just brought me in snack bar.
Oh,
That's good.
nice of you.
Did you have a win in the game? How'd you go?
How did the game go?
Good. Well, we lost.
They lost.
Oh,
bad luck.
sorry, bad luck.
Yeah,
Oh,
We'll get up next week.
yeah. But they're getting much better. They played really well. The other team had a superstar in midfield. She was taller, bigger than everybody else. So,
oh,
Yeah,
So-
my boys had the same this morning in basketball. They had a couple of big boys on the other side.
yeah. But JCB, to your point, I got a 10% discount in 2021 on a Speedy Hazelite. I would say you get 20%. Easy.
yeah,
Jeez.
definitely
Yeah.
discounts. Definitely
Yeah.
discounts to be had.
Yep.
So I'll just drop the link to Abdul show once more. It's a video on the Prague microbrand show. Please check that out, guys. That's really good. If you like what we did today, please give us a thumbs up. If you enjoyed Mark's unboxings and his new showing of the Planet Ocean and our ramblings about underappreciated watches and the watch market situation.
Sorry, Lucha bought a new Planet Ocean?
Yeah, he's put one on
Yeah,
the Planet
you missed
Ocean.
it,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And what's his
Yeah,
feeling on
nice.
it?
He loves it.
You really
It
love
Loves
it.
it.
looks really
Yeah.
nice. It looks really nice as well.
Yeah,
It looks really
black one
good.
looks really nice.
Black one.
Got
Yeah. Looks really
a
cool.
full black on bracelet, man.
Lovely.
That's a cool watch. I was saying, Ben, to the boys before, I walked past the Omega boutique and they had the watches in the window, and man, they look so much better in the metal than what you see on the pictures and YouTube and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty cool pieces.
Yes, I think they're cool too.
Okay, fellas. Thanks a lot for joining us. Hopefully we'll see. I don't know. It's the 13th now, isn't it? So I don't know what date the next show
27?
falls on.
27, right?
27.
Oh, that's a good one. In between Christmas and New Year.
Yeah. Will everyone be free for that one, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be free.
Yeah,
We could
okay.
do,
Okay, cool.
maybe we'll do like an end of year roundup and some of our
That's cool. That's cool.
That's a good idea, yeah.
It's the best time for me.
Good stuff. So we'll see you next time on the Escapement Show. Take care, everyone.
later.
See you later. Take care, everyone.